fucking day. I tell you what a day. It's like I just got back, you know, went up to see me lad. Fucking great, mate. You know, I can't complain. You know, I'm really happy. Do do do. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for feeling blue. Good afternoon. I just got back, man. I'm at the been up seeing my son and fucking brilliant. Yeah, honestly, man, I feel so much better now. Content. Yeah. I just got back literally 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I got to see me little man this morning. Well, before, you know what I mean. You can't just give up on something just like that. It doesn't work that way. You know, but fucking hard, bro. Like I said, mission accomplished. I got to see Tom. You know, I went fishing. It's like, and I met two of the toughest kids on this housing estate. They're about 7. I'm going down the road. I'm going down the road. Jewett, can I make it? Can I get in one of your videos? You know, the kids on the estate. I'm like, okay, who do you support? I'm a United fan, Jude, like you. All the kids know me, you know. Fucking hell. You know, bro, you're that guy on that's always making them football videos at the end, aren't you? Yeah. I'm responsible for that. You know, the kids, one's a City fan, one's a fucking Man United fan. Brilliant. You know, and it's been a nice day as well. You know, so I'm fucking over the moon, man. I've had a good day today. Like, today's been good. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't class today as a bad day. It's been a good day. Yeah, man, it's been a good day. I can't complain, honestly, I can't. How are you, mate? I just got back, bro. I'm at the been up seeing me family. Walking away, bro. That's the hard bit. It's gonna benefit me and the other people around me. I think personally. Things aren't too bad in all fairness. Like, now, if you had asked me this time last week how I was feeling, you'd have probably getting a different answer. But I feel content, you know. I got to see me son today. You know, I had a couple about me ex poisoning me. So that's fucking progress. You know, and we had a chat and we'll continue talking. It's the only way, bro. You know, like you don't just walk away. Like if you believe something is worth fighting for, well then, you know, but only you and that other individual can fix it or even try. But I don't, rather than upset my son every 2, 3 months, fuck that. You know, it has to be this way. You know, I'm doing this for my son. You know, I'm doing it for my family in all fairness. It's like I said, it's like I have to take myself out of the situation and analyse and look at it and say to myself, right, there's a few things I need to do. And I know I'd never be able to write a book if I went home. So I'm going to get me writing material tomorrow and I'm going to start writing my book. I don't know which one yet. I don't know which chapter. I'm just going to put them all together. I'm going to use my eyes as a pencil. And what I've seen with my eyes, I'm going to write. And I don't give a fuck who it offends. I'm not going to name anybody. I won't need to name them. Because people know who I'm on about. But, yeah. Today just made me realise I need to start writing. So I'm going to use my eyes as a pen to guide me. You know, and this is a solo mission, unfortunately, this one. Like, I've been purposely triggering myself because I know I have to write about it, you know. But I think I'm the only one that can tell the story. Today has been a fantastic day, bro. I got to see me lad. I went fishing. I had a cup of tea with Lisa. Yeah. Like I said, I have my son on Saturday. I can't wait. Well, bro, here's the thing. I don't even know whether people will buy it, but where I grew up, everybody knows. Everybody's heard stories about the estate and what happened on it and what didn't. It's like because of what the estate learned me, it turned me into a full-blown criminal. By the time I was 15, I was selling Class A drugs. You know, I was getting groomed for the life of a nightclub owner, and a few of the lads from back home, like for instance, one of my pals comes in here, Luke. He'll tell you because he knows everything. He's like a fucking historian on raves and nightclubs, and he's got more fucking records than Pat Carey and Dotsie born together. Yeah, how about that? And if you don't like it, fuck you on your face. Not Pat, I like Pat, but Baldy, you can fuck your face. You know, fuck you. I don't know loyalty or gaslight you as well. Shout out to Jimmy Kershaw for always sharing my shit. Yeah, a proper jig, a proper fucking man. You know, proper man. You know, shout out to Jimmy Kershaw. In fact, shout out to all the boys, all the Kershaws. I was in school with fucking Les and Darren. You know, me and Darren were great mates and Les. I was in both the classes. You know. But they always were fair with me, them boys. No, fuck him. But, bro, I don't know the first thing about writing, okay, but I'm not afraid to take something on that I've not already achieved. You know, bro, it's staring me in the face. You know, I've been asking my mother for a sign for fucking years and it's been there. And I've not been able to see it. You know, like, you're looking at a jammy. I tell you what, I don't feel very lucky, But you're looking at one of the luckiest men in Ireland, bro. I tell you what, he sent the devil for me 3 times and he missed. I pissed on the devil 3 times. You know, you don't do that, bro. You know. But having me kids like made me, it just changed me whole life. Do you understand? Because I start thinking, my son's already seen me in prison. I don't want him to come see me again. So what am I going to do to prevent that? I'm going to get the fuck away from Dublin, first of all, and leave it. You understand? I wasn't greedy, and I grew up with hungry bastards. To the point you are that hungry. The media now says it's bigger than the Kinnans and the Hutches and all that shit. You see, while man's been sleeping, hiding in bunkers in Iran somewhere, other people have been getting rich. You see, because the Kinahans allegedly, their main supply has been shut down because the three of them are hiding like rats. Yeah, that bastard killed one of my friends allegedly. Well, he didn't do it. He wouldn't have the minerals to do it, but he had got the money. You know, guys like this you can't go against or speak bad about. But listen, these two are hiding in holes in Syria or Iran. Or maybe Iraq. I don't know. They could be in Poland. But I know one thing. As soon as they put their head up, once you have a federal case on your ass, that never goes away. Once you have a RICO case, that's Al Capone shit. So, and here's the thing about Christy Kinnan. He can speak 4 languages. He's a very educated man. You know, he done business degrees and law degrees and smart. Do you understand? Like, Dapper Don, they called him. But what happened is, other people from all around the city, their supplies start getting cut off. Do you understand? It's like because too many shipments were being found. So let's say you have a rotor and you have to get 80 keys that week in order to keep my man happy. If you can't get that 80 keys off somebody, you're going to get it off another person, right? Do you understand? And it's fucking madness. Like, we're talking metric tons of cocaine that's allegedly going in and out through the borders. You know, it's not as if the police don't know. They know. You understand? If you have the docks, you have the fucking city there. It's the same in Liverpool. You understand? You own that city. You know, you have access to everything coming in and out of the city, import, export. Do you understand? And then we think that we're not. We think we're more smarter than the police. But see, the police, the one thing they have is time. And see, the federal government of America, RICO case, racketeering. Oh, he's fucked. He's gone to a federal prison. You know, his money, why do you think all the assets and all were frozen in America and shit? You know, he's going to run out of money and he's going to make a mistake. A skill by error, as Daddy'd call it. But I know one thing, him, his brother and his daddy are hiding in holes all around the place. You know why? Because they're some of the most wanted men in the world. Do you understand? And he will be caught. And I'll fucking laugh my head off because allegedly 3 of my mates were executed because he didn't have the minerals to do it. You know, 3 good friends of mine. Like, you know what I mean? Fucking bullets in the face, you know? The kids can't see the fucking, you know? But like I said, that's what happened in Dublin. The Kinahans, their supply link was shut down, okay? And there's a lot of hungry back in Ireland that need feeding. Do you understand? And that falls on who's ever in charge of the city. He's not in charge anymore, according to the Sunday World. Hey, I heard a rumour, that a bunch of individuals from a place called Cherry Orchard Avenue now runs everything, allegedly. Now, I'm an hombre. How about that? Hey, Holmes. Hey, yeah, SC. Yeah, I'm not a fucking gringo. Yeah, yous ride donkeys, we ride race horses. Viva la raza. Yeah, rest in peace to Eddie Guerrero. That's the best thing that's come out of Mexico, is burritos and Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, viva la raza. Vamos. Buenas noches. Buenos dias, in fact. Brazilian comments to Spanish. What one? Puerto Rican? Fuck, how would I know this? You see, I've let me mind off the leash now, and it's like tomorrow I'm gonna start writing and writing and writing and writing, and I might not go anywhere. But if I pass this on to the powers that be and it gets published, I might even sell 2 copies. How amazing is that? Now listen, I know the city and I know the dynamics of it, and I know it's built like a pyramid. Like, it's structured. You understand? Like, there's difference between street gangs and organized fucking criminals. You know, OCGs, organized criminal groups, in fact. You know, but once you have the government of America chasing you, do you understand? They'll do everything in their power to get them, and they'll take them back to America. I'd sooner be dead, man. It's like, because they're going to a federal jail, and once you're in a federal jail, it's a lot more fucking, there's more security. Do you understand? Your cat A. Do you understand? Like, but here, all their money is gonna run out and they're gonna make a mistake. I know they will, you know, because they're egos. But don't get it twisted. If they wanted to have your whole family assassinated, they could do it. Like that. You know, serious fucking people, like, you know. I hope one of them is caught. I hope Daniel is caught. I'm not asked about the dad. I'm not asked about Christie. Fuck him. I'd eat him and his dad without that power behind him. As a man stood in front of him, I would rip his fucking head off if I knew I wasn't going to get assassinated. You know, because he's not a tough guy. You understand? He's don't get me wrong, this guy could have your whole bloodline wiped out. But I'll be glad when he got caught, because one of my mates, a good friend of mine, got fucking shot in the head 3 times by allegedly somebody that they hired, according to the Sunday World, being Freddie Thompson. Shot my mate in the head, allegedly. You know, so, and then what did he do? He went on to be to go state's evidence against people. He was the first one to do it. You know, hey, a tough guy, yeah? And then when it got too much, he told the police everything, you know, in order for him to be safe. Here, he'll never be safe, you know, because there's people out there like that. Don't forget these things. Like I said, Dublin gangland, man. I'm so glad I got the fuck away from it, you know, because the way I see things is I have 2 younger brothers, you know what I mean? And if we had a staying, one of us would have been lost to that life. Either me, Mark, or Alex, we would have been in prison. You know, one of us could have been dead because of how it is over there and the loyalty to your mates. You know, and I took everything out of the equation. My family come here, so I didn't have to worry about that. And they didn't have to come. They come here because they miss me. You know, I left at 18. You know, I become a dad at 19. My parents moved to Manchester from Dublin because I took the blame for something that somebody else was to blame for. Okay? Like, I'm not going to do something. I'm not going to ask you to do something I won't do myself, okay? And this was on me, not on him. You know, I knew the rules. It's like, but this prick put me in it, you know. To the point where I had to leave, you know. I was dragged from Finglas into a van, drove back to the area where I'm from, brought up to a field. By the time I was out of that van, I couldn't walk. I was had to been hit with bats, wheel braces, fists. I had a fucking hood over me head. I couldn't see shit. Do you understand? And every time I was trying to take a deep breath, you know, I was having a panic attack. Like, you're dragged into a van with 5 lads, trust me, and a hood put over your head. You'll have a fucking panic attack. I was hyperventilating, and I was getting smacked in the face with all kinds of objects, and I couldn't see, but I could hear. I knew who was in that van. I couldn't see a thing. It's just like that ice cream man sound. I know who's in this van, right? If the ice cream man sound start ringing in the van, you'd recognise it, wouldn't you? Yeah, I heard the ice cream van. Except for there was no ice cream in this van, just man. Yeah. 5 of them in the van. 4 of them in the back. 2 of the most dangerous individuals I've ever known in my life. One of them is dead. And you know what he said to me? Jude, why are you making me do this? You know I have to do this, don't you? Because if I don't make an example out of you, everyone will think that they can finger me when they want, you know, and fuck me. So, I'm sorry, but it has to be this way. I knew the rules, you know, so I wasn't complaining. I didn't have time to complain. I was too busy fucking getting punched in the face. But like I said, it's all, you know, it's all helped me to survive in the long run. Longevity. That's what I've got out of life. You know, I should have been dead half a lifetime ago, but I'm still here. You know, and I will write about it. I'm way out of my comfort zone here. You know, because I've never done something, man. To be an author, to write a masterpiece, you can't rush greatness. And that's the truth. I know nothing about books, but Lee said he'd help me. So I'm going to start in the next few days. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to leave me live opened. And I'm just going to keep it. And I won't be ignoring you. And if you want to share your channel in my channel, you're welcome to do so. If you want to get 50 subs or 100 subs, let me know. Put your link in the channel. Knock yourself out. You know, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write. How are you, Jerry? Jerry, I didn't catch anything today. I was trying to catch a fish for you today, you bastard. I was like, I'm going to go I'm going to go and catch a fish for Jerry. You know, I was trying to get you a trout, but I didn't go on the other way. I know. That's what I was thinking. Nah, bro, I got to see my son today. You understand? And I got to walk down the canal with him in the sunshine, even though he was asleep. As soon as I got there, he fucking fell asleep. You know, he's awake for 10 minutes and he was knackered. And Lisa tried to keep him awake, you know, for me. But he was bollocks, he was, you know. And I went through the studio, yeah, and he went, Daddy Jude. Do you understand? I was nearly crying, bro. You know, but I'm not going to cry, you know, because I've no reason to. You know, I'm happy. Like, today's been one of the best days I've had for a long time. You know, the sunshine is out. I had some chicken fingers earlier on and a cup of tea in the joint. And then I went out and I said, I'm not smoking for 3 hours or however long I'm up at my son's. And I didn't bring anything to smoke with me. You know, I wanted to go there and see my son. Do you understand? You don't understand, but yeah. So, it's been a good day, bro. Can't complain. Thought I was gonna have trout. How are you, Ron? Well, listen to me. Tell you what, I'll make a deal with you, Jerry, right? Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to send it to you, right? But I'm going to make you a video, right? Because this whole fishing thing started over you. Because you fucking jinxed me, you bastard. You know, and I know you're a nice guy, Jerry, and I love the support you give me. Fred, you can fuck off, you movie killer. Fred, you ruined me movie the other night, bro. You know, I thought you loved me, done. You know. But, Jerry, all jokes aside, you know this place, right? It's called the River Medlock, and it's only about 4 foot, but you can't see shit in the water. The water's like the Liffey water, right? But the last time I was there, bro, I caught like 3 trout now, fucking ages ago, before I put up any videos, any fishing videos on YouTube. I'm talking a few years ago. And I was just using a bottom feeder, and I had about, it was about a foot, let's say, right? Or a foot and a quarter. And I just use a swim feeder, and I'll let all me maggots come out of the little holes. I had me rod like that, Jerry, yeah. Bang! Right? As soon as I picked it up, bro, I could feel it fighting. It swallowed me maggots. See, The Godfather was added to Netflix today. Which one? I'll tell Mark. Mark! No, but bro, the fact that I said to myself, you know, here, I wasn't asked. It's like I just wanted to go up, you know. As soon as I ended me live, bro, I got on my scooter. I went up to get me clothes, bro, but I didn't get me clothes. Yeah. Something stopped me getting me clothes, bro. So, like I said, I just need to work on myself for now. You know what I mean? It's like Annalisa's the same, and she needs a break at the weekend, so I think it's gonna help. Like, if we'd ever have a prayer to fucking rekindling what we had, like 2-3 weeks apart isn't going to do nothing. Do you understand? And it's like I want to like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not. I'll be honest with you. You know, last week when this happened, I was like, yay, great, I'm fucking single, buzzing, fucking lovely. And then, over a few days, and I'll be honest with you, I opened up my TikTok, I had men and women sending me roses, you know, and someone had an inappropriate conversation with me. It's like, and I blocked them. It's like, I was like, oh, bro, you're single. No, I'm not. You know, I still have my family there, but I need to work on myself, and you know, so it is what it is. It's like, but I'm willing to do it. You know, I love my son, I love my family, and you don't just walk away from your family. What kind of cunt would I be? Nah, Fred wrecked the movie the other night. You understand? I was watching something with fucking Sandra Bullock's, and Fred fucking, I was 15 minutes in, and Fred, you're a bollocks. I told you I was watching it. And he's like, bro, have a guess what happens at the end. I was like, bro, don't tell me. I don't want to know. He fucking told me, and I had to knock it off. And it was looking good. She just got out of jail. I was like, you know, I can get into this. You fucking bastard, you. Just if you, me, Fred, I'm going to be honest. If your name was Fred, let's say you're Fred, you said, fuck's sake. Let's say your name was Fred Donovan or something like that. You would have been blocked. The fact that you're Fred O'Donoghue, I felt fucking guilty. So I was like, I can't block him for that. But I was going to fucking time you out, bro. Just for 12 hours. Just so you wouldn't do it again, like, you know what I mean? I'd be, fuck you now, you bastard. You know. But no, I like him. I like watching. Like I said, you know, I like watching a movie or a documentary. It's The Godfather. Hang on, I'm gonna go tell me brother, bro. 1 sec. Which one is it? Is it the third part? Hang on, I'll mention it to him now. La Costa Nostra, our team. See, the Italians, they have morals and codes, and I love it. You know. Hey, look at my eyes, how blue they are, look. Do you know when you're happy, your eyes glow, right? You know, I see my son today. Mark, yeah. Fred O'Donoghue's just told me the new instalment of The Godfather has come out today on Netflix, the one that you were wanting to watch. Do you want a cup of tea, bro? Are you sure? Does Al want a cup of tea? Right, would you like a cup of tea, mate? Would you like a cup of tea, mate? I need to stick them in. Got you, didn't I? I fucking got you, didn't I, Jerry? I got you there, didn't I? Thanks for coming in, bro. Okay, so I need to glue them in, right? Because I've not worn them, when I got my teeth taken out and I got the front ones put in, it's like, see the bottom ones, I took them out because they were hurting you, bro. Ron, I could feel something in my gum, and I told the dentist, and she said it's only a bit of bone, right? I was like, a bit of fucking bone? She said, yeah, don't worry about it, it's not going anywhere. I was like, alright. So I was putting the bottom set in, and every time, bro, I closed my mouth, I could feel it. So I was fucking messing with her, right? I got a pin, yeah, I boiled it, right? I stuck it in and went, fuck off. The thing popped up. It was about that length, right? A piece of tooth. She x-rayed it 3 times and told me I was imagining it. It's a bit of bone. I said, it's fucking a bit of tooth. When I do that, I can't put my bottom ones in because it hurts. She said, it's bone, Jude. Basically told me, don't tell her our job, right? I got home a few days later, I was like, I can't deal with this. So I had to go over, bang, and I got a bit of tooth out. It was about that length. The old Godfather, bro, that's like a fucking iconic fucking tune. Yeah, you better not tell us what happens in the end, Fred. Are you sure you don't want tea, bro? Once I was 50 years old. Soon I'll be 52. Yeah, soon I'll be 52 soon. Now listen, I got to see me family today. That's all I give a fuck about. You know. And here's the thing, right? She told me that it was bone, and I believed her. So I said, she said, Jude, it's probably going to take them about 3 months to fucking heal. I was like, I can't deal with this for 3 months. You know, I was back in 3 days having x-rays. She said, listen, there's no, I told you over the phone, no, but you're happy to take me money though for your fucking £100 x-rays. Yeah, and you said me fucking gum, there is. Yeah, and I fucking gouged it out. You know, honestly. And then the bottom ones they can sit in without a hurting, you know. I'll never be able to eat a fucking apple, right? But I can chew fucking food again. You know, so I'm fucking delighted. I just hit you. Yeah, then what? Fuck you and your face. Where's this spoon? Do. I'll be writing very soon. I'll be writing a book. What a left hook. I need the publisher. We need to look. Oh, like I said, shout out to William Butler Yeats. Imagine if I wrote a book though, like, about everything, full disclosure, you know. It's either going to be a very silly thing to do, or a very courageous thing to do. Right guys, me brother's watching The Godfather. Thanks Fred for I let you away with that, because you recommended a good one, so we're even, right? Have they helped you at all? The church owns 25% of a large corporation. Largest landlord on earth, real estate all over the world worth $6 billion. Fuck. That's true. And the Vatican vote is necessary control. Bro, you know the Vatican is one of the most bent organizations on the planet. Honestly, this isn't a question of one person deciding. One deciding vote. This is like any other company in the world. We have directors, we have rules, we have very own rules. Vote himself would have to approve people who. We've sold casinos. All businesses having to do with gambling. We have no interest or investment in anything illegitimate. Something else than paintings, ain't it? $500 million in the Vatican Bank at such times Mr. Corleone received majority control of the Mobiliari. Half a bill. A European conglomerate. Few families. That's $500 million, isn't it? Have control of such a company. 500. In today's world, the power to absolve debt is greater than the power of forgiveness. $600 million. That's fucking extortion, isn't it, bro? Like, don't overestimate the power of forgiveness. Cheeky bastard. This deal with Mobiliari can make you the richest man. That's one of Mark's words. Do you know how many times he's watched that movie? Guess, bro. What? Many times. Don't say it out loud. Right, let me. Right, guys. Many times do you reckon Mark's watched The Irishman? Now, don't say a stupid number. You know, like, you know. Ron, fucking close, bro. Yeah. That was a good guess, that, Ron. But you are wrong. Nine. He's watched The Irishman 9 times, bro. And it's on for about 3.5 hours, isn't it? But like you said, them movies, they don't make them like they do anymore. Yeah. Grazie. Arrivederci. Ciao bella. Mamma mia. Oh man. John's and people from Ireland playing games. I have no first-hand knowledge. No. Well, Jerry, here's the thing, right? You haven't got first-hand knowledge of growing up in Cherry Orchard as a kid. Some of them have, yeah. But the group of lads I grew up with, bro, you know, and we all have different stories. But, you know, like I said, I don't even that's not going to be the main part of the book, bro. Growing up as a child and what I witnessed as a 4-year-old, and from there, you know, like I said, I know what the first chapter's going to be in anyway. Yeah. I live right beside it, bro. And 2 of the kids off the estate, man. Dude, can I get in one of your videos? Well, I wouldn't say I'm bleeding okay. I was alright until I seen you today. So, nah, listen, it's like Tom, like I said, it was just, you know what I mean? And he was bollocks, wasn't he? Just okay. So, on the way back, I seen 2 kids, right, off the estate. Yeah, give me this, because I'm just gonna put this mat here, bro. So, on the way back, I seen 2 kids off the housing estate. Now, I know one of their mums. They've lived around here years, the family, right? Jude, can I get in one of your videos? I'm a City fan. I was like, hell no. You know, and his little mate is a United fan, so I said, right, come on, do it quick. So, they asked me, could he get in the video? And I said, yeah, come on. I'm just gonna make a smoke. You know, one's a City fan, one's a United fan. Yeah, they're only young kids off the estate, you know, but they've seen me videos, you know, so. Go on. I know, yeah. Bro, you know what, right? See the fishing gear as well. They sell everything on TikTok. I got here of 2,000 followers on TikTok now, you know. But I've not been on it in the last couple of days. Like, you know, there's too many distractions on there. You know what I mean? So I can't be asked for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, two of the kids off the estate. Jude, can I get in one of your videos with you sometime? I was like, come on, stand in front of that traffic light. Come on, I'll get to see you crest in. Yes, G, the size of him. Do you understand? He's about fucking 8 years old. And he's like, what's good, my G? Bro, you know that the little stocky lad? He goes, yes, Jude, what's good, my G? I'm like, the fucking size of you. You know what's good, my G? I was like, what are you on about? You know, bless, honestly. You know something? I couldn't believe it, you know. I was like, I have fans. Fuck's sake, nah, you know what? I was like, come on, bro. Let's make one, you know. Like I said, you know, it all depends on what your opinion is. Now, Santiago, I tread very carefully. If it's a serious question, go on. Something's coming here. Well, then that's bro. I have an opinion for you, Santiago. Sit on that. There you go. There's my opinion. Silly girl. Yeah. It wasn't a him. It's not a him, it's a her.
Your bust is that bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your bust, yeah?
Your tits is your bust, yeah.
41. Right, you know
What, you think you're getting bras and shit?
No, I just need, I won't wear anything that hangs off me, Jude.
What, bras?
No, not bras, Jude, tops.
Alright, got you. Sorry.
I'll have to speak to our Jenny Monks, I don't know what the fuck, you know.
I was going to mention it, bro. Your tits are getting a bit big. Can I have a feel? My brother's ripped.
I'm not ripped, I was ripped.
No, he's got a good physique. You know, he looks well handsome without a shirt on. Only from he's my brother, I'd fancy him.
I'm just gonna get cheap shit, I'm not gonna even get their stuff, bro.
Well, like I said, bro, the fucking holiday's the dear part. It's like, but I'd rather you get it here than over there, because I'd say it'd be more expensive over there.
That's £12.
Yeah, well, like I said, you're going over rocking fucking, you know, it's like you'd be in Dubai in 2 weeks. Just don't do anything over there or they'll flog you on a Friday, you know. And it'll take me a week to get to you because I want to watch that, you know. Hey, bro, I'd be throwing rocks back at him. I'd be like, here, you big Arab, you. Do you know where you are, mate? Yeah. Get me fucking out of here. Yeah, I feel that, bro. I'll show you a couple of videos on my phone, man, and you'd be like, fuck. It's like, I see them Amiibos though, they're the only things that come close, bro, to even give me any kind of comfort. Like, out of all the stomach medications I've taken, see them, They seem to be the only one that has some kind of effect. But
No, that's not one hell. Chips and pie. Irish chips and pie.
how are you, Jerry? No, Jerry, listen, I'm not stupid. Someone like Santiago, something comes in. Can I ask your opinion on looks? That's a woman, bro. I'm not a dummy, mate. I could smell that. I was like, that's a fucking woman, that. So I don't know who it is, but that wasn't a man. I've been around the block, so I fucking know. I'm not stupid. Do you want an opinion? Yeah, fuck you. How about that for an opinion? But Jerry, not even a boy today, bro. You know, not even a nibble. You know, and I tried 3 different baits. I tried some boilies. I tried maggots. I tried bread. I even tried a fake fucking worm, bro. You know, not a nibble. No, not even a nibble. Fuck off. It's not even funny. Mark, I fell down a hole on the canal. I'm walking along fishing. What are you laughing at? It's not funny, Lisa. I'm gonna break me fucking leg or snapping me ankle. And soon them bastards fell out. Do you see the size of the hole? It's fucking, oh man. Yeah, I rolled my ankle alright. But it's not so. Don't ask me how, because I'm walking along and there was a hole. And I'm not joking you. The hole was like one of them tea, coffee and sugar fucking things. That's how deep it was. My whole foot went in. Just as well I wasn't in the fucking jungle, man, and quicksand would have been fucked. Dead. No one to help you. You're in Borneo. You are fucked. I'm gonna go out and put my Crocs on, Mark. I'm just making, I don't want to leave no marks on the table. I'll put that chair up. Me Crocs, like I said here. Do you like the Crocs? Don't knock the Crocs. Don't knock them. Yeah. Don't knock them because you can't rock them. I can smell fish.
Pie.
Okay. Pa. I like pa. I like the Fendi tracksuits out on the line. Look, what you reckon? My name's not Wendy, but I do rock Fendi. You know, like that's real G shit. Like, we're not talking no joke thing here, no copied. You know, the real fucking deal. Yeah. Saying that it was given to me. Yeah. Fuck off. How about that? But nah, listen, it was good seeing Tom, you know, earlier on. Fucking brilliant, man. I didn't even get a bite on the canal, honestly. But I wasn't really asked, you know. It's like fucking, but I was trying to catch a fish for Jerry today because I remember, fuck's sake, I'm probably going back 18 months now. And me and Jerry were talking about fishing one day, and he says to me, Jude, I hope you catch loads of fish today. In a nice way, okay? The bastard, I never caught a fish after that day. He put the mockers on me for, and you know what? The next 10 days I went out fishing over a period. I didn't even get a bite. You see, that bastard, I was like, you know what? This is a curse of Jerry. Do you understand? Ever since that bastard wished me luck, I've not caught a fucking fish or had a nibble. Do you understand? It's like, and I was like, fuck you, Jerry. You know, I could hear myself in my head saying, fuck you, Jerry. You know. So, if I catch a trout, I'll name it after you and put it to bed. You know. In all fairness, bro, I used to love fishing years ago, and it's like when you get old and shit, you kind of fall out of love with things that you used to get a lot of fucking pleasure out of and shit, you know. And like, I've a few more videos I need to upload because I made 16 videos today. And I was on my way back from seeing my son, and as I'm coming past the Etihad, I stopped, yeah. And it's like, I'm making a video, yeah. Next of all, I can hear two kids, yeah. Yo, gee, I'm fucking looking behind me, expecting to see some fucking 20-year-old, yeah. Yo, Jude, you good? I was like, yeah. My man's like, bro, are you the one that always makes them videos at the Etihad and you're a City a United fan? I said, yeah. He said, can I get in one of your videos? I was like, bro, you're stopping, man, asking him to put you in a video. I was like, the police will put me in the back of a fucking car. Do you understand, bro? It's like, nah, bro, I know you. I'm like, bro, you're about 7. Do you understand? You don't know me. He said, me man knows you, me dad knows you. I was like, fuck's sake. And I'm trying to think who this kid is. So I said, yeah, fuck it. I says, who do you support? City. I was like, fuck you. The other fella says, I says, who do you support? He said, United. I said, right, fuck it, we'll make a video. Who's going to win the league this year? City. My man's like this, United, making gang signs. You know, when I ended the video, I said, listen, yeah, if I ever see you doing that again, I'll fucking slap you. He said, do what? I said, them stupid fucking things. Yeah, don't be doing that. Bro, what's the name of your channel? I'm not fucking telling you. Fuck off. You're too young. What? You know, but the kids on the estate, man, they all know me, you know what I mean? Not because of me YouTube, because I've lived here years. You know, do you know all my family around here? But because I do YouTube, every cunt on this housing estate knows me. You know, and all the kids and all, like, I do be going past them all, and they're all like, yes, dude. I'm like, yeah, how's it going? But some of the kids, man, all they're looking for is a bit of fucking direction, a bit of friendly advice, a bit of whatever. I was like, who's going to win the league this year? Little guys like City, the other fellas like United, guys like Liverpool's gonna win it. That's what I think, and anyway, you know. Yeah, so I fucking went out today. I was gonna try catch a fish for Jerry, and I didn't even get a fucking bite. I should have fucking known. You know, if I had a saying I'm gonna catch a fish for fucking Ron, me fucking Rod would have been like that all day. No, I've not seen him, but he'll probably be down tomorrow. Like I said, I went over to see, you know who I mean. You want to see the motorbike he had? He's like, bro, do you want to come for a spin? I was like, I'm not spinning anywhere with you. The last time you were in my company, there was a police helicopter following me. That's all I'm going to say. No thanks. I'm not getting on the back of your stolen fucking ninja. No, fuck off. Now, it wasn't a ninja he has on his back. He's got a black Ducati and the speed. He's like, bro, 170, me and you up the Mancunian way. I was like, bro, that's what I'm worried about. You do 170, both of us are coming off that bike and we're going up the Mancunian way. And bro, my fucking body healing it's my body's not healing. I'm 51. Do you understand the way it was, the way it used to? You know, like this mad bastard be pulling wheelies on it and all, and I can't be arsed with that. You know, earlier on I was watching these two kids and they were getting chased by police, right? And the reckless things this youngster did, fucking hell. I'm going down one way, right? Now, it was too quick to get me phone out and record it. This kid was coming up the road, right, on a fucking Saron, doing a wheelie with one fucking hand. One hand, right? He had the Saron up like that, yeah? There was cars in front of him, behind him, this side, that side. Do you understand? This cunt was going in and out of traffic like it was falling out of fashion. I was like, Jesus Christ, man, this kid is dead. You know, but he fucking got away through the back. You know, pulling fucking wheelies on us around with one hand, like that, and with the other hand, fucking like that to the police. I'm like, mate, if you wipe out, it's your own fault, and you're gonna feel that. Fuck's sake, man. We used to do reckless shit like that, you know. And when I see youngsters doing it now, I do think I get a fucking bad feeling in my stomach, you know. Like, because I wouldn't like to see one of them wrap up, man. You know, you're at work and you get a phone call to say a 7 just being splattered by a truck because he's popping wheelies going up a main fucking road up Ashton New Road at 5 o'clock during traffic. You know, are you mad? You know, but the kids are reckless. You know, it was like that too, though. And it scares me, you know, for the future children, you know, because a lot of kids that grow up and yeah, man. Mark's making some food. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna have me food. I'll ring him about 7. Is that all right? Yeah, I'll ring him about 7. But I know we'll be twerking or fucking his toys in and out of the box. But it's like I have 2 more sleeps until I have him in the little recovery vehicle. We have a yeah. Lisa, have you ever here, Jerry? Have Nando's mayonnaise. But anyway, right, so me and my brother watched shit about space. And here, I watched the movie once, and one of them had a parachute and it landed in the sea. And it was like a big giant lump of coal because it come through the radiation barrier and the shield even cracked and he had a beacon on it. But I'm going to put Tom in that and we're going to do the spin-a-rooney. You know, Booker T, look out, we're coming. Now, I'm not going to get 2 or 3 G's in it, but like I said, it looks like a recovery module. You know, now, I don't know whether any of you have watched fucking Apollo 51. Oh, Apollo 51. I'm sorry, Apollo 13. I'm a few numbers out. I was close. Right, so. Okay, brother. Houston, we have a problem. Shit. No. Look at that. Look what my brother's just made me, the bowsy. And here, I have a bit of Nando's mayo on it. Come on. Some peas, a pie, and some chips with some Nando's mayonnaise. I'm living the fucking dream. I'm telling you now, this day keeps getting better and better. You know, I can't complain. Shout out to the chef, you know. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, fucking problem. Whoops. So, like I said, we're going to do the spin-a-rooney and that. Thinking of doing another activity in it, but I think it'd break. In all fairness, Houston, we definitely have a problem. We've just broke the fucking module. You know, like peas. Peas are good for you, I say. Oh, bro, fucking legend. A bit of pepper, a bit of Nando's fucking mayo. I'm living the dream. You know, I got to see my son today. You know, and I'll get to see him this evening. And I'm keeping him on Saturday night, you know, overnight to give his ma a bit of a break. One second, sorry guys, 1 sec. Me messages froze up, see what I mean? Now, sweets, how are you, Billy? Sorry, here, listen. I'm sorry if I broke up. We were coming through the radiation barrier. And the last voice I heard was Jerry. And he said, good luck. So I looked at the crew and said, we're all dead. Yeah. Houston, we have a problem. Get Jerry off the line. It's going to be a salvage operation. In fact, could you escort Jerry off the fucking premises? You know, like I said, if I was ever on the battle line and I was next to that cunt, I'd be like, we're all fucking dead today. You know, today's going to be a bad day. We'll remember today. Yeah. I'm taking my letter out of my pocket and I'm rewriting it. I'm saying, love, if I do it, it's all Jerry's fault. You know, I had a bad feeling. If we go out on patrol, if we're out on active duty with this cunt, we're going to be shot. You know, I don't think, bro, I don't even think Captain Kirk could fucking save us from you, because you are terrible with luck. You know, anytime you say anything and luck comes out of your mouth, it's like when you said to me that day, good luck. Ten times after the fact, I still didn't get a buy. Thinking, where did it all go wrong? I know where it went wrong. The day Jerry wished me fucking luck. So then I broke the spell of Jerry and I caught a big one. And I was like, fuck you, Jerry. You know, it's just like in my head. Honestly, I swear on my son. I was like, fuck you, Jerry, yes. You know. But, oh yeah, a bit. Now, I don't normally eat the pastry, you know. Wow. That's fucking lovely. Yeah. You put the fucking mockers on it, bro. Oh, man. That is fucking lovely. Them pies, man. Jesus. Oh, man. They're going to have a nice fucking joint as well after. Do you know what? Oh. You know, before I got these teeth, I couldn't chew food. Not properly in any way. You know, shout out to Lee Marvin Hitchman, Born in Prison, if you've not bought his book. Oh, yeah. Now, something I want to say. Fuck you, Jerry. So, Lee Marvin Hitchman, he's trying to put this organisation together called Don't Turn a Blind Eye. And he's trying to get a helpline, I think, up and running for survivors of domestic assault, rape, domestic violence, you know, for victims to come forward and speak about it. And he's trying to put a helpline in place. You understand? That's legendary. That's legendary behaviour. You know, proper part of parliamentary procedure. 10 out of 10 for that, Lee. I'll tell you what. I've a lot of time for Lee. But I love what he's doing. You know, like trying to, he just wants to help people, you know. But not meant, you don't make them like Lee no more. Put it that way. I will say that. Someone told me, well, not me, my brother that once, the other night in the boozer, bro, people don't make them like your Jude anymore. That's what Mark said. That's how respectful people are around here to us, you know. Yeah, you don't need to be a tough guy for people to respect you. You know, that's just standard. You know, you should be like that. You should be respectful to anybody. Yeah. But that was funny, honestly. Earlier on. Bro, is that you that makes all the videos at the Etihad? I was like, yeah. He's like, yes, G. I'm like, bro, bounce. You're about 7. Bro, me dad knows you. Who's your dad? I'm like, okay. He said, bro, can I get him on your videos? I was like, come on, me make one now. Mom. Who's going to win the league? Man City. United. And I said to the both of them, Liverpool's going to win the league. You know. Oh. Shout out to the chef, man. Like, last week I couldn't eat me food. You know what I mean? Because all I could see was my son's fucking face and my head crying. You know. I got a smile out of him today and he even called me Daddy Jude. Do you understand? Like little things like that, like fathers don't realise. When you break the rules and you want to be a gangster and you go to prison, that's what you miss. Daddy. And naming you like, I haven't seen him for a week and the first thing he comes, walks over, Daddy Jude. Not playing, but I know what he was saying. Daddy Jude, you know. And the other day I was thinking I'm a bad father, you know. And that's what he said to me today, me little man, Daddy Jude. And I was like, my G. You know, yeah. He's my little wingman. You know, I can't function without him in my life, I know that. Soon I'll be 52. Oh, man. Mark, that was fucking banging, bro. Thank you. I keep hearing people getting shot. He's watching The Godfather. But that humbled me, them two kids, man. Bro, are you that fella's always making them videos at the Etihad? Yeah, you know you're a fan. The other fella goes, yes, Jude, my G. He's looking at him. He goes, do you know him? He said, yeah, me dad knows him. I was like, he says, can we make Jude? Can I get him money on videos? I was like, come on, we make one. You know, nah, listen to me. Like I said, I have a lot of time for my community, you know. Every fucker knows is on this estate, man. And here, this is before YouTube. You know, we've been here 32 years. This house. And to top me day off, a nice joint of, you know, it's like, you know what, I enjoy it, right? Normally I always make a joint when I'm going out. Do you understand? But I said no. I got on my scooter, I left me tobacco at home, my skins, everything. Well, what was left of it. But it's not. And like I said, I got a lot out today. I got a lot of positives out today. You know, see me lad. Going fishing. Just making sure Lisa's okay. You know, and I suppose she's the same with me, but let's see what the future holds. But for now, we need to do this, man. Because I just want, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be arguing with someone you love. It's difficult. You know what I mean? And if it's not working, you have to try do things. If things are worth fighting for, well, then you need to fight for them. You know, because it's not, you know, unless two people are going the same direction, it's not going to ever work. So you have to be fighting for the same cause. I got one of them fat wheel things. Okay. Well, bro, I be honest with you, it helps my mobility, Ron, because I've got degenerative disc disease, bro. I've no business even fucking sparring or training or kicking anything. Do you understand? But your mind and your body gives up before your mind does. And I've a fucking strong mind, bro. Leaders have to have good minds, bro. You know, I don't like being a number two, or this is my channel, like, and I am the captain of the ship, and it's crazy. It's like the last few days, it's like I've been going back in time, and I've been thinking of certain fucking situations, and I've been thinking, you know, how, like, what if I had to do things this way? Or I've always thought, what would happening if I'd have staying on that housing estate? I know what would happening. I'd be in the paper every 4 fucking weeks. My mother would have to put body armour on her. Do you understand? Because the people that don't like me and want my business to get at me, they'll get me mum or me dad. You know. So I'm glad I left, because, you know, imagine that. Like, there's people in Dublin, you know, that their parents and their family and their loved ones have been targeted. You know, I have a friend, right? Okay, who has a few brothers, and he owed somebody money. And because he didn't pay them, they sent someone to his ma's house to fire a few shots in the door. And whilst they were firing the shots in the door, have a guess who was in the hall? His nephew. And have a guess what happened? He got hit in the fucking spine. Do you understand? And they severed his fucking spinal cord. You know, because you owed money. And how are you going to fix that? How are you going to fix that? Are you God? Can you make him walk again? Do you think I'm ever going to forgive you for that? Think about it. It doesn't matter. You brought them here. My son was in that house and now he's in a wheelchair because he... Do you understand? Like, is it worth it? Is it? You know, like, your family members getting fucking picked at, and nah, fuck that, mate. I'm glad I left, mate. You know, like, you know, I remember the corner where I lived on, we had a football team called Gallanstown Boys, right? Now, I've never seen a bunch of bigger bowsies in my life. You want to see this football team and who was on it? The amount of household names up there that was on this fucking... I was the goalkeeper, right? And I'm not joking you. Every game, there was a fight after it. We got thrown out of the league and all. Marky Grendon was our striker. I mean, you... on the younger side, I don't do it. They need to ring me, Jenny. Now I get it once I kind of make what I should be. Rap. Easy on the walking on me, boy. I can sit, chill, not each other's ropes. Yeah. But like I said, you know, when you grow up with a lot of like tough lads, you know, they make you tough, and it's like we had some good laughs on there, but drugs destroyed it all. Once drugs start appearing on our housing estates, like, I knew loads of my friends' big brothers who were on heroin, right? And it's like, this was before the asylum started, right? But when the asylum, not when it very first started, don't get me wrong, they were still doing it. It was like about a year and a half into that nightclub opening, and they wrecked it because they allowed people to sell that shit in there now. Do fuck. Years ago, as a goalkeeper on this football team, and Ron, I swear to God, everybody on this football team had a police record. How are you, Ricky? And it's like, it was people who weren't even on the team that got us fucked out of the league. We were playing, I'll tell you who we were playing. We were playing a team called Lord Celtic, right? In Crumlin, in this park. and we lost the game 5-2. And this fella Jay Dunn, he's not here anymore, right? But he said to the ref, see you after this game, you're getting it. He chased the ref with a flagpole. We're watching the ref getting chased all around, right? You know, if you hadn't using that Benny Hill music and speeding it up, it'd have been fucking comical. But he got us thrown out of the league. You know, we got into this final and we were playing Newbridge up in Kildare. And the same thing happened again. You know, I let 2 penalties in. Well, I didn't let them in. I just couldn't save them. And he fucking took me off. Not my fault you got a penalty. You did that. You know, it's 50-50, isn't he? I went right, he went left. I went left, he went right. And my manager went right here, get off. You know. Jesus, good night. Get off. How are you feeling? But Jay Dunn got us thrown out of the league. Rest in peace to Jay and Pato Dunn in Cherry Orchard. That Bowsy got us out of the league. You know, he attacked the referee. You can't do that. Like, you know, Mark Finn used to play for Cherry Orchard, right? Mark was a great footballer, bro. Mark played for the Orchard. I used to go down the lawns and watch him every weekend. You know what I mean? It's like, I think I have a picture on my Facebook or on my Insta of him back with all his mates years ago on that team. And Finn, you know the sad thing? Half of that team ended up on drugs, and a quarter of them ended up fucking homeless, and some of them are dead. You know. But I got to see the little man today, Finn. Me and Lisa had a civil conversation. So things are good. You know, like I said, and I have him on Saturday, and if the weather's like this, you know, he'll fucking love this garden, you know. I just want to make loads of videos with him and, you know, take him over to the Etihad and not this weekend or next or whatever. I'll go in and get him a new United kit with his name on it, you know, and go around the Etihad with him and show him the famous Sergio Aguero who broke our fucking hearts. It all started with that cunt. You know, he opened the floodgates when he scored that goal. If you're a Man United fan that lives in Manchester 30 years, he broke the fucking damn him when he scored that 93 minutes. The 93-24, I think. Aguero! My lad's on the couch in his United shirt. The Man United game was at their ending, and you could see Wayne Rooney and you could hear the crowd, and we realised that City scored, and me lad, I mean, bawling, crying like he was broken hearted, Dylan. Devastated, unconsolable. You know, and that's what football does, do you understand? My dad raised us all as City fans, yeah? And got a 13-year-old lad's heart called Daniel. Me dad got a heart transplant, a domino by Plazi. Okay. The donor had cystic fibrosis and his lungs packed in and he died. And his parents donated his heart to science, and my dad was a perfect candidate, a fit. And my dad got 20 years out of that heart. My dad, we were told 3 things. How about this for a story on its own? We were told 3 things about the donor. His name was Daniel, the same as me dad and me little dead brother. He was 13 years old and he was a season ticket holder at Main Road. You know, in 12 weeks, my dad was in a City kit. The doctor told us, you know, your heart stores half of your memory. I always used to think it was your brain that stored memory capacity, but it's not, it's your heart. Finn, the surgeon was from Glasnevin. I couldn't believe it, bro, an Irish surgeon up in Widenshaw Hospital. You can ask Mark, Alex or Jenny. Me dad turned into that 13-year-old boy, bro. You know, that's a fucking story in itself. Police escort an ambulance outside the fucking house. You know, blue lighted it all the way, Finn. Cause like hearts, bro, they're very like I bet you, if we had a living in America, I don't know whether we'd been able to cover it. You know, you're talking about £250,000 operation, if not more. You understand? Like, now, shout out to the fucking NHS, mate. Because without them, I tell you what, we'd be fucked. You know, like, there's a good healthcare system in the country. You know, like I said, I come to England, bro, to start my life off over again, and England's been great to me. Especially Manchester. You know. You hear that helicopter? It's just like Manchester. I'm Manchesterized. You know. I love this city, I'll die in it. You know. And I know I made the right decision all them years ago. You know, don't get me wrong, I miss a shitload of me mates, but it was the right decision to make, you know. Jerry's a fucking jinx, Finn. It's like today I was fishing and I was like, Jerry was in my life today. I'm not catching a fish. I didn't even get a bite. Not even a nibble. Like, but Finn, I'm on my way back. I was on my way back from Lisa's, right? And these two kids off the estate, one of them knows me. I don't know. I didn't recognise the kid. Yo, dude. One of them goes, bro, you're that fella that's always making them videos, aren't you? The other one's like, yes, my G. I'm like, what's good, young Don? I was like, who do you support? Man United. Who do you support? City. Who's going to win the league? Liverpool. They weren't happy with that. I buzz off the youths around here, you know what I mean? They're good kids, you know, they just need a bit of fucking direction, that's it. You know, and people to believe in them and tell them, listen, you can go to university, yeah, and you can have anything you want in the world, but you have to work for it. You can't expect other people just to hand it to you. You have to work for it. And if you go and work and you fucking accomplish your dreams and all, hats off to you, kudos to you. You know, just because you're from a rough area doesn't mean you're stuck there. Dylan come off this housing estate. This is a rough area, so what? He still went to uni. You know, that's the way I see it. Oh, that's nice now. A nice bit of grub. What I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to end me live. But I'll be back later on. I'm just going to watch the rest of The Godfather. Oh, no, I have to ring my son. What time is it? I have to ring my son at 7. So I'm going to knock this off and charge it up, guys. Because I want to be able to ring Tom in a little bit. Real quick. But like I said, man, today's been a good day. I thank God for today. You know, because I thought I was going to be super anxious the next time I went up there. But, yeah, I wasn't anxious. It's, you know, it's just, I just want the best for this person. I love this person to death and they know it. And I think the feeling's mutual, but we need to work together for Tom's sake for now. And who knows, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I realised today you can't just walk away. It doesn't, you know what I mean? I thought I'd have been like, but we'll see. Yeah. Like I said, he fell asleep. I'm not joking, you're right. Lisa kept him awake to see me, right? And he fell asleep as soon as she put him in the pram. Like you know, if you say to Tom, we go out, go bed, you know, he's like that, you know, like. And it's like, I do say to him, we go out, and he gets all excited and all, you know, so it's like, I can't wait to get him on Saturday. You know, I'll be like, we go out? We go in the park. You know, we gonna get on the slide and the swings and the seesaw. No, and I'm fucking over the moon for that. You know, it's a blessing because some people can be awkward. You know, but Lisa, she'd never stop me seeing Tom. I know that. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's still my family regardless. You know, I'm one of these people. You can't just walk away and switch off how you feel up here. But for now, I think this is the best thing to do. Like, if you want to fight for your family, there's certain things you have to do. Do you understand? I've been here before, and I know, like I said, if I was going to walk away for good, I'd have done so. But like I said, there's things I have to be certain. So, like, we'll see in time. I don't know. It's like, but you know, you never know what might happen. But like, because it's like, you know, it's like even, you know, you have to say sometimes, look, you have to cut away a bit yourself sometimes in order for it to regrow. So that's what I'm doing at the minute. I've cut away a piece of myself, and I'm hoping it's gonna grow. You know, and we'll see. You know, like I've now, like last week I was like, oh yeah, I'm fucking single, all that shit. Oh, I'll be on TikTok having a laugh, but it's not. I don't want that. You know, I don't want to get close to anybody when I have somebody that I'm still close to. Do you understand? I can't just, and you know, anybody can talk or they can say this. It's actions. You know, it's like, and like I said, certain things can be salvaged, but we'll see in time. You know, like, yeah. Like I said, at the minute, the two of us have been me live, okay. Gone fishing, yeah. Nah, Jerry, look, you know what I mean? I'm fucking not, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for that, bro. Nah, Jerry, look, we'll see what happens, you know. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna bounce, right? But thanks for, appreciate you all, you bowsy, Jerry. Go on, I'll talk to you in a little bit, yeah?